So, let's see, we are live. Hi, beautiful people. Welcome to another live. Welcome if you're watching on a replay. This is a very random live that I'm doing now. I'm working on this painting, as you can see. I did another live where I fixed up this background. I covered up the painting that I had here in the middle. There was a little flower here in the middle that I wasn't too happy with. So I've been working on this piece for a while now. But what I will do in this live is, let me just look. The painting that you saw in the profile picture, in the thumbnail, is this painting. Now there is a tutorial on how I painted this one, and it is pretty straightforward. As you can see, it's not a lot of details to it. It's quite simple to do. But I wanted to paint the moon. First I thought I'll make the flower of life inside here. But come to think of it, I think it would look quite cool to have the full moon here instead. Although it might be quite dramatic to have the full moon here in the middle, I think it still might be quite powerful. I'm not sure. Let's see how it turns out. And I'm going to do this on live. So let's see how it works out. It might be a complete fail. And if so, no harm done. Then I'll just cover it again with white. As you can see, this is something that I've been covering already. So I'm not afraid of making mistakes. I don't believe in mistakes, to be honest. I believe in trying and see how it works out, and if it doesn't work out like I want, then I'll just change it again. No harm done. Rick is online. Hi, thank you for joining us. How are you today, Rick? I'm gonna put this one somewhere. My art studio is literally getting so busy, super busy. There is so much painting and so many things going on because I've now been running the art classes that I normally run in people's homes. I've been running them online. So that means that I'm drowning in the artworks. And I literally got like painting after painting, stacking up one on the top of the other. And yeah, this is one thing that we were working on online on a Zoom class earlier this morning. And I don't know. There's so much going on here. That's also why I started a new Instagram account, and it's Charlotta Sophia art. I'll put it in the chat box as well. I'll put it in the comment sections below after this live. Let me just type it in here. Sophia, and this is a completely new profile, so there's only a few, I think it's around 13 posts on there now, but I'm working on it, and I'll keep adding stuff that I do here in the art studio to have it in one place. Rick is saying, I agree with you. I'm great, thanks. It's good to hear, Rick. Good. I'm happy that you're happy. Rick is saying, I'll join you on your new Instagram. That's cool. I'll find you on there as well if you add me on that account. The paints that I'm using are Winsor & Newton. Sorry, that light is very strong. I just wanted this to be really clear, so that's why I put it so strong. So Winsor & Newton, I have a big one for the white, and then these smaller ones for color. I use a lot of white, as you can see, and I use that in a lot of paintings, so I just ordered this massive one. There are links in the description below if you are looking for good quality acrylic paints. I do recommend these ones. So links in the comment section for these paints. Now, obviously, since this is the moon, we will again be using white. And I'll make it, I think, roughly like a the moon on the profile picture, because I quite like those shades. I'm gonna add a little bit of these two colors, and then I'll blend them in, and I think I'm gonna make quite a few layers until I get to a point where I feel like it will be the way I want it. So first when we paint the moon, it's quite easy to just make it white and think, okay, white, that's moon, right? But if you look at it closely, you can see that it has all of those little structures on it. So it's far from only white. Obviously, this is a painting, it's not a photo. But if you look at a photo of the moon as well, you'll see that it has some kind of like, you know. Okay, my phone is giving me some notifications. Ignore that. Because now we are painting, so not too bothered about the notifications right now. Let me actually put this on flight mode. I'm gonna film this on time lapse as well at the same time with my phone. So that's on flight mode now, and now I'm pressing play on that as well. There we go. So Rick is saying that he joined me on my account. Thank you so much for giving me another follow on there. So there you can find all of my artworks. I'm using this type of palette. As you can see, it's been used quite a few times before. It's just a paper one, so that I can just take it off when I'm done with one painting or one page. I use it quite a lot. So I'm mixing these colors now. I added a tiny bit of red into this white along with light blue. Mixing it up and just gonna start adding a little bit of shadow down here. Like that. And all the time I'll be adding some white and just adding layer after layer to get some sort of a structure to the surface. And I quite like adding water to acrylic paints as well when I'm using it in layers. So now I'm mixing a darker shade to get even darker. Down here I'm moving small little circle movements with the brush to make it blend in. And I want to leave a line of white around the edges to keep it shiny. And again, with small little circle movements, I'll blend in white and purple, light blue and red into each other to make it look quite like a natural blend and contrast between the dark and the light. Let's see who's in the chat. I can't pronounce your name. I believe, is this Arabic maybe? You're saying hello, awesome content, keep up the amazing work. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching with us. Excuse my ignorance of not knowing your letters, although you seem to know the ones that we type quite well. But I'm really interested in different cultures and different languages and also different ways of writing. It's so interesting how many different ways there are on this same planet. As you can see, my message in this painting is we are one. So I do believe that we are connected, even though we might have different views on the world. We are still part of one big consciousness, I'd say. And we all contribute in our own way. And we all share the kind of frequency that the world is on right now, and we all make an impact on that. So I guess that comes with a responsibility as well, isn't it? We all carry a responsibility over how the world looks right now, all over the place. Not only, I'm in London right now, I don't know where you guys are. Where are you at right now in the world? You can hear the football in the background probably as well, can't you? That's playing in the other room. I often jump online when my partner is watching football, if you haven't noticed. So whenever Manchester United is playing, it's very likely that I'll be on here. Okay, so that is a little bit of shade. Now I think the light is so strong that you can't really see all of the structure on there. There we go. I'll put the light a little bit further away so that I don't blind out all of the lights. Yeah, so my partner is watching football on the other side of the door. You can probably hear it. And I was saying, that's another way of oneness. We coexist with our different passions. So my partner really loves football and I'm less passionate about that. Let's put it that way. But it's fun that we can coexist and we can both do what we love most. And we connect on other parts instead. But he's very creative as well, so we do paint together often. I don't know if you guys are into football. Okay, let's add some water. I'm dipping my brush in the water so I can blend it even a little bit more. I think I'm gonna take out the other painting that I had to have that a little bit like a reference to see the build-up for this new one. So that's that one. And I can see that I made even darker shades than that one to make the contrast stronger. So I'll mix a darker shade of purple. Let's see how dark this will look. I can always blend in more white. There's no harm done, even if it looks a bit dark. Now I'm gonna make it like this. Actually quite nice with a stronger contrast. And I have come to realize how much I love painting like abstract things like clouds and waves and cosmic pictures and stuff like that, because you can just play with the colors and see how it goes. There's no like specific shape that you actually have to make to create it into a picture. So yeah, just kind of see how it looks nice and then add more layers and play with the colors. I'll add some more white up here again and small round movements like that to make it go in, blend in naturally. I still want to leave a little bit of edge of white as mentioned. Ricky's saying, that's funny, my wife loves football but doesn't care for art so much as I do. Yeah, well, you see, there's the oneness again. I think we need a passion for everything, right? So if everyone loved art, the world wouldn't go round, I don't think. And if everyone loved football, the same thing. We need a little bit of everything in this world. So I don't worry too much if you don't love everything that others are into, because there is a purpose for why you are passionate for what you're passionate about. I do believe that is a big kind of clue on what your purpose on this planet Earth is. What are you here to do? What are you here to contribute with? And I can promise you that my purpose is very far from football. But there are so many people out there so talented playing football. So I think that part is okay without my contribution. So yeah, always focus on what you enjoy and don't worry too much about what others thinks about it or if others like that or not. I think I want some more white up here. Also got some food in the oven, so that's another thing that is pushing my time a little bit to get this not take too long with this painting, this part of the painting, because I'll burn my dinner. So I won't keep you on here for several hours like I do sometimes. Although you guys come and go, obviously, as you please. Other than that, Rick, how has your week been? Have you been doing anything creative? I have to come over to your channel after. I'm trying to remember. I remember the bird paintings, but I need to come and check if you posted something lately. I have days when I catch up on my YouTube friends and you guys' content. So I'll try to do that probably on Friday. I'm taking some more white now. So even if I'm not there straight away, if you have a premiere or something like that, I might not see it the same day, but I do have a day of the week where I specifically have time for viewing content. So now I've been busy working, running classes, and doing my own artworks as well. Is this looking like the moon at all? Rick is saying, very productive art-wise. Ooh, exciting. Did you film it? I hope you did, so that we can take part of what you've been doing in the your art studio. What do you think? Does this look like the moon? I think I need some darker again down there. Now I feel like my paint is drying a little bit too quickly here on my palette. So I need to speed up a little bit more. It's just reminding me of the food in the oven as well. Rick is saying, I have a few paintings that are not scheduled to come out until later. I try to keep a few paintings in reserve for those weeks that I am doing other things. I hear you, and that's a good strategy, I think. Sometimes life gets busy outside of, YouTube and making content and whatnot, so it's good to have some in the bank, so-called. I'm not sure if this looks too much like a moon. What do you think, Rick? Does this look like the moon? I'll blend in some more white again. I guess it's also because it's in the middle of this flower. It's not very clear that this is meant to be the moon, but for those of you watching this video, you'll know at least. This is meant to be the moon. Looks like some sort of a planet, I guess. This paint now is quite hot in London. So now I have to mix in a little bit more water so it doesn't dry too quickly. Let's see. Yes, the blending is great. Wait. I do have one premiere coming up this Saturday at 11:30 Eastern Time, which is about 4:30 p.m. for you. Okay, cool. I'll check that out. Yes, the blending is great. That is how I would paint it too. That's awesome. If you would do it this way, then I must be on the right track. Yeah, but as said, when you're painting the moon, it's not really that precise. Just roughly a little bit of shadow, a little bit of light, and then leave white around it. I quite like this little curl over here that's coming along quite nicely now. Maybe I'll continue that in here. It's a bit like this yin-yang type of thing. the light blending into the dark like that. I've also got 2 quite exciting collaborations coming up, which will be posted, I guess, one next week and then the following week for the next one. It's quite fun to do collaborations with other artists, so I'm looking forward to paint. They're not painted yet. I need to work on those 2 paintings coming up. Okay. I actually quite like this moon, you know? It's a little bit different. It's a little bit different than this one. Wait, let me put it so you're not blinded by the light. It's a little bit different, but I am quite liking how it's turning out. So I'll add, now I've got plenty of white here, and I really hate is such a strong word. That's something that my psychology teacher always said. Hate is such a strong word, but I do hate wasting paint. So I'm gonna add some more. I'll add a lighter line over here. So I think I'll use up the paint that I have on the palette now, and then I'll go and check on the dinner. How late is it where you? Oh, hold on. Rick, it must be earlier where you are. So you must be quite far from dinner time yet. Funny enough, we're having fish and chips for dinner. Starting to sound very British now with the football in the background and fish and chips in the oven. I am quite liking this moon. Not sure what you think about it. Let me know in the comment section if you're watching on the replay. What do you think about my moon? And now that I found this beautiful shade of lavender purple, I would like to add some to the flowers since I still have some here on my palette. I'm going to take a smaller brush. These ones are actually for face painting, but I like to use it for painting because it's so small. So I wet the brush first to make it a little bit wet, and then I'll go around in the paint, blending a shade over here, like a light lavender purple-ish. Speaking of lavender, it's quite interesting how many views my lavender hair video got. It's not even in my niche or anything that the algorithm should be liking too much. But yeah, that video is getting a lot of views every day. I am quite surprised. It's literally just me making my hair more lavender. Now it's going towards blonde again, but I like making it lavender here and there sometimes. So fun to see that people are watching it, even though I mainly post arty videos. I think that's people that aren't normally on my channel starting to watch it. There's a little lavender on this flower. Rick is saying it's only 1:46 p.m. here in the US. Okay, yeah, so you're 5 hours behind. If you want to know what happens in the future, you can always ask me, Rick, okay? We're 5 hours ahead of you guys. I have a few clients in America, so I'm aware of the time difference. I also forgot to bring drinking water, which is not too great. So I was out and I was on the bus. I took public transport to central London earlier, and it's mandatory to wear face masks when you're outside, when you're taking the bus in London at the moment. Otherwise, the bus drivers might not let you on the bus. So I was wearing a face mask and sitting on the bus for roughly, not too long, maybe half an hour. There was a bit of traffic. So that's how you see that we're coming out of lockdown, is traffic is picking up again. So, but I forgot to bring water, and I forgot to drink water. I forgot to bring water to my table over here. I need to get better at that. Ooh, I am liking the lavender. This is looking pretty. I think lavender is my favorite color at the moment. I also think that football is on half term, since it's gone quiet outside of the room. Isn't that peaceful? Can you hear how quiet it is? It's so quiet now that there's no football. I can hear myself thinking. Now I'm almost used up. Oh my goodness, I've got so many flowers left, and I got nearly no lavender left on my palette, and I said I'm gonna finish up the paint and call it a day. I'm removing all the pink from this painting. Before, I had all this part over here was pink, but I didn't really like it, so I covered it up. This is one of those paintings that are gonna last eternity to finish, because I keep changing things on it. It was already up on the wall in the living room, and then I was like, I kept looking at it, thinking I want to change things on it, so I took it down again, and it's back here in the art studio. But I think it's time to go and see what's going on in the kitchen. I'm getting hungry as well. Need to go and check on the fish and chips. Okay, now the evening sun always comes this time of the evening, around 7-ish. It's 7 p.m. now, so I can get this like strange little blinded. I'm like blinded right there, shining straight through a tree just around the corner of the house at this time of the day. But yes, I think I'm gonna leave this painting here at this stage, leave it to dry, and then I'll continue with the flowers another time, fix that up as well. Thank you, Rick, for staying with me throughout this whole session. Let's see, what did you say here? Well, I am playing tennis in a few and need to get ready, so I will see you later. Okay, thank you, Rick, for staying with me still. Enjoy tennis. Take care. Got to keep in shape, but I have athletic asthma, so it's not easy. But I love tennis and the great exercise quality it gives. Well, that is good, Rick. You're looking after yourself. I am terrible at tennis. I tried to play tennis a few times with a friend of mine, but the tennis balls will keep disappearing after I touch them. So that was not a sport for me. I'm more into painting, as you know. Anyways, that was it for the live today. It was a short one, 30 minutes long. Please hit the like on your way out, and thank you for watching with me, and I'll catch you soon. Bye. Let's close that one as well. Bye.